Okay.
Once again, thank you very much, Alex Piotrowski. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Alex. I decided to remake a Flash game in Godot. It was one of the most popular Flash games in 2007 era. It was called Age of War, and on Newgrounds it got probably about 1 million plays. So the previous speakers talked about releasing on itch.io, and I completely agree with what they say. Releasing on itch.io is a little bit of a fun task in that you get about maybe, if you're lucky, 10 views a day and maybe 2 browser plays. So when I first released it, it was February, and I left it there for about 2 months, and not much traffic, not much feedback at all. At this point, the game was about 80% done. So yeah, the only feedback was easy as I remember, but that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, okay, well, are there any bugs? Is there any balance issues? Is the game broken in certain circumstances? So then I was like, okay, well, I'll just pay the $100 USD Steam fee and release it on Steam, and probably not think about it too much. And when you release a game on Steam, it has to be on the page for about 2 weeks, just doing absolutely nothing. So again, not much traction. Although this was kind of my first discussion post on the game. It's like, when? So what this guy's asking is, when's the game going to be released? I didn't put a publish date. It was just, here's the game. It will be ready once Steam approves it. Once Steam went ahead and approved it, suddenly it started getting a lot of traffic, a little bit more than I could handle. And then the feedback started getting really rampant. On one end, you had people absolutely loving the game because it was just a nostalgic attack for them. And on the other hand, people giving really good feedback. So then it ended up reaching about almost past 500. And some of this is just a little bit random, like where's my homie Luisi? Luisi was the original creator of the game. He now works at Unity Labs. Yeah, so that was fun. And then a Reddit post. I wake up one day and I get this Reddit post on my feed. And turns out some guy in Germany found my game. He made a Reddit post, and that's the thing right there. Participating in this community was a bit wild. Because the memes was just kind of out of this world, and the game was still broken, by the way. So somewhere in here, I was just apologizing, saying, I'm really sorry for releasing a broken game. I'll fix it. But turns out I'm not a great programmer. When releasing a game on Steam, you also have to put like a trailer. They actually recently updated the media. One thing that I was slightly jealous of is that my trailer only had about 500 views, and then another guy had like 500,000. So I was like, okay, that's really weird. Then just the articles started coming in, and you can see kind of the traffic rising along with the Steam, because there was just articles, and then there was also a Japanese article as well. I was approached by a Japanese translator, where it's like, hey, do you want to translate your game? It shouldn't be too bad. And yeah, all the game was free and open source, so everyone could just step inside and look at it. Then something really weird happened. I got my first pull request from some guy, I don't know, in India. And this kind of shows how bad of a programmer that I am, because you're not supposed to have cache files in your repo. So when I first saw it, I was like, what the? You're deleting 8,000 files? But no, it turns out, you can just cache it on the person's computer. So, I could have done a pirate software and been like, oh no, my cache is supposed to be there because, it makes the game faster. But the reality is you just gotta swallow your pride. You just gotta say thank you. I really appreciate it. And then just accept the pull request. And I think this started becoming just a daily thing. We had another guy, Sven, from the Netherlands. He just started doing work. I'm like, okay. I'll go to bed. I'll wake up. I'll see a pull request. I'll review it. And I'm like, okay. Review approved. Looks good to me. I didn't read it all. So things were starting to pick up maybe a little too fast. Yeah, and then just another mountain. Then one day I woke up and then I got a DMCA. So yeah, this was kind of the hardest part for me because the art is not mine to use. It IP belongs to Max Games, and who knew that a Flash game is actually a Flash website is still alive and kicking. And this is actually something that I brought attention to because the original creator believes that his game was actually stolen from him. So there was a technical feature that he couldn't implement, which was multiplayer. Max Games decided to cut his pay and re-amend the legal terms. So if you have like any game that you'll be releasing, just make sure you have someone who's at least legally literate. So basically what he thinks was, oh, okay, well, Max Games kind of stole the game from me because I would have never sold this game, the IP, out to it. So the future lesson here is, well, things can get out of control really fast, and just make sure if you are using assets from itch.io, it's always just a good idea just to approach people directly and just ask for clarification. If there are also general licenses out there. There's GLP, GPL, free and open source, stuff like that. And yeah, that's really been my adventure. So just take warning, and hope you guys are successful. Sorry, that's all.
Do you have any tips for fellow game devs to navigate the legal landscape? Talk to a lawyer.
Yeah.
Have a friend who's a lawyer.
Yeah, you have a friend who's a lawyer. That always helps. I think most of the issues you come across is just copyright. So if you're using like particular music in a video game, just make sure you reach out to the artist and that you can use that particular music. Otherwise, they may need to have they may seek damages, or you may have to pay 5 cents per copy sold and whatnot.
Make sure you use Google Images and then press type and then Creative Commons. That's what I keep telling my students.
Yeah.
All right, one more time. Oh, sorry?
Oh, yeah, and also be careful of AI-generated content because AI scans the internet, and then you can have one content very similar to another content, and that's that's a gray area.
Do you have any great places to get royalty-free or Creative Commons assets, actually, on that time? I know
there's Kevin McLeod. He gives a lot of good music.
Kevin McLeod, people have him?
Yeah. Okay. Not too sure about art assets, maybe. Yeah.
Kenny. Yeah, Kenny and Al, if you're looking for art. All right.
Thank
Thank you
you
very much, Alex.
Thank you.